Too old to be bothered by how other people behave. You know, you do you, I'll do me.
Yeah.
We can also agree not to like each other. I don't need to be involved in, letting other people know I don't like you, or, and if you're involved in letting other people know that you don't like me, more power to you. If I were you, I wouldn't like me either. It's my general. Like when people don't like me, I look at them and I go, yeah, I get why you don't like me.
Why do you say that?
Because usually it's people that are very different than me. They go, oh, you're that thin. You're that weightlifting bro type. You know what I mean? They just excuse your existence off to some stereotype.
Really?
Yeah, it's common.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
But you're not like the stereotype.
Well, that's just it. It's like, well, then you didn't give it a chance to even figure out that I'm a normal person.
Interesting.
All
right, thanks so much for being here, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Mike is coming from Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
$1 million clients, $1 million babies.
$1 million clients, $1 million neighborhood.
Do you have a lot of clients like that?
Most of them.
I still don't understand. Man, you're making bank. Were you always doing that?
Doing okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a trainer since 1996.
Oh, shit.
And I started out in New Jersey.
I remember you
I had a training business there. And that was kind of a blue-collar, white-collar neighborhood. So then I moved to LA. And then slowly but surely, you get more and more clients that can afford a trainer. So they have money. And then some are, really, really wealthy.
Wow.
Almost billionaires. So, yeah, it's cool. It's a cool gig. I have really great clients, so that's the other thing that I'm very fortunate.
Yeah.
That I have really cool people that I train that are really easy and fun, and because I grew up being told that millionaires were bad people.
Yeah.
Because no. Most of them are actually amazing and very philanthropic, and do a lot of great things for people. Yeah.
Would you like to name names?
No, I won't name.
Wow,
any
are you
names.
serious?
Yeah, I won't name names, but
No way.
yeah, but yeah, they're great people.
You're gonna say something.
But it's funny.
Like,
I came up in a
Justin Bieber or something.
blue collar slash middle class to poor neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I think I was talking to my brother about this the other day. That in order to be okay with your place in life, we were told, yeah, those people are rich because they do bad things.
Right.
They screw people over, they steal, they hurt the little man like us. So we may not be rich, but we're better than them. So it's just an interesting dynamic.
They're not like that at all.
No, not at all. I mean, some are. There's my take on that is there's a percentage of the population that are assholes.
Oh.
And that's reflected in every community. 10% of cops are maybe it's higher than 10%, but I'm saying whatever that percentage is, let's say it's 15.
Right.
15% of cops are assholes. 15% of lawyers are assholes.
Right.
15% of actors. 15% of comics.
Right. More than that for the cops.
Well, yeah, and that's a good point. That some groups I think skew a little bit more toward assholeness.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of the work. Because comedy and acting and all that, you got to be a little more on the selfish side. And almost like delusional in your selfishness to believe that you can do it.
Yeah.
Because if you wouldn't, you wouldn't, Once you get over that hump of starting, you're kind of like, you have to believe that you can do it,
Why won't you name names for us, Mike?
Well,
why didn't you even tell us in the first place?
You asked me.
No, why didn't you tell us in the open mic?
Tell you about
the secret $1 million client.
I mean, it just never came up.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe I mentioned it once or twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are they in the entertainment industry?
No, I've trained some people in the entertainment industry.
Oh, wow.
I train more people that are either business people. I've trained a lot of lawyers in my years training, and a lot of people that are behind the scenes people. See, the tough thing about people in front of the camera, in my experience, is because they're in a drama-based field, their lives are very dramatic. And I'm kind of a, let's do the thing, I'm here. Let's work.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave, and you can go about your business. So for me, like the business types and the lawyer types were always great.
Wow.
So they're like, we start at 9, we end at 10. I got shit to do. Okay, cool.
Oh my God.
So I just get them through their workouts, push them, doing whatever they're doing, that individual, and then we're done.
Did you train the lady who was committed fraud for like $1 million?
No. The blood work?
Yeah. I didn't know lawyers make millions.
Theranos is the name of the company. Her name is
that person's crazy.
Elizabeth something?
Oh yeah, Holmes. Yeah.
Holmes, yeah. With the deep voice. She changed her voice and wore only black turtlenecks. So.
Weirdo. Where in New Jersey are you from, Mike?
I'm from Philadelphia, but my business was in New Jersey.
Oh, really? Philly?
Born and raised in Philly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Moved here in 2001.
Oh my God.
So I've been in LA forever.
Are you a big Eagles fan?
Huge Eagles fan. Go Birds.
I used to like the quarterback.
Randall Cunningham.
I think that's a little bit before the black guy. Oh, sorry.
Michael Vick?
No, before Michael Vick. Damn, I can't even remember now. All right. That was the famous black quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Italian?
Yes. My stage name is Mike Pie because that was
right.
always my nickname growing up.
Yeah.
But my real last name is Piacentino.
Oh, why? You never told us that.
I've mentioned it. You just haven't been at Mike's where I mentioned it.
Oh, I thought Pie was your actual name.
No, yeah, a lot of people think that.
Piacentino?
Piacentino. Piacentino.
It's pretty long.
Yeah, 10 letters.
Are there a lot of Italian Americans in Philly?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. My neighborhood was basically Italian, Irish, and black.
Ah.
Yep.
Why'd you move to LA?
I had sold my training business that I mentioned in New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
And I was selling fitness equipment, home fitness equipment. And my now wife had just graduated from Rutgers.
Ah.
So we were both in this transition point, and the company I worked for had stores here in LA. And the manager liked me, and he goes, hey, look, if you want to go to LA, I'll talk to the district manager there. I know him, and he'll get you a spot.
Huh.
He goes, you want to keep, because I'm a hard worker. I hate to sit still. It's not that I'm super motivated. I'm either moving or asleep. Those are my two. So if I need to be moving, I stay moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I was able to transfer from Pennsylvania to here, and then slowly started to pick up clients who were coming in the store to buy equipment. And then from there, had enough clients where I could quit that job and just train people full time. And then I had to deal with the store, if there's any trainers out there, where if they sent me a client, if say someone come in and bought some gym equipment, I said, tell them you'll send me to the house for free. And if I pick them up as a client, I'll kick you back money. So they would refer me people, and if I was able to pick them up as a client, I would go in with, back then it was $100 cash, hand it to the salesman. So he was happy, And it's easier for the sale because you're telling the client, the person buying, the customer, that you're going to send a trainer to their house and show them how to use the equipment. Because that's the biggest difficulty for people is they don't know what to do or how to operate things. And that's where trainers come in.
Now that we're on the topic, do these millionaires pay you like $1,000 a session?
No. No, that's like crazy money.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wish, but no, it's not that high.
Oh. Do you work at their house?
Yeah, a lot of them I go to their homes. They have gyms at their homes, or they live in like a big condo building, like a luxury condo building, and they have a full gym on one of the floors. Yeah. I do have some where I train them in their backyard with bands and balls, and they're not all millionaires, but yeah.
Are these men?
Men, women, but my clientele right now is probably like 75% men and 25% women, which was funny. On the East Coast, it was the reverse of that.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Because it was like a blue-collar neighborhood. It's like, I don't need a trainer.
Oh,
You know
right,
what I mean?
right,
Where
right,
it's
right,
like,
yeah,
it was okay for women to do that,
Yeah.
but men were like, we're fine. We know how to lift weights, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know it's like that.
Yeah, it was interesting because then I would pick up people from them seeing me train other people.
Yeah.
They would start asking me questions. I'd answer their
Ah.
questions. I'm like, you can do a session, you know?
Maybe it's more acceptable for people in LA to like ask for help. from
Absolutely,
them.
absolutely. And it's more acceptable to have a service of some type.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
Ah.
Yeah, it was probably financial as well, where people were like, I'm not going to pay for that.
Ah, right.
You know what I mean? Whereas here,
Yeah. That sounds pretty exciting, Mike.
it's a great gig. I can't complain. There was a period of time where I was a little frustrated, and I just sat down and thought about it, and I was like, you're a fool for being frustrated.
Yeah.
I make my own schedule.
Yeah.
I work with great people. I
Yeah.
make good money. I live in Los Angeles. I own a home.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
awesome.
it's like, if I'm upset at that, it's my problem.
Yeah.
I'm the problem, not the situation. So yeah.
It sounds like you're quite the. I don't want to use the word go-getter, but quite the go-getter.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, like, I do everything
Oh shit.
as well as I can,
Uh,
you know, almost to a fault
uh,
where I get super focused on things.
Ah.
Like for a period of time I was painting a
Oh,
lot,
wow.
and I
Oh,
just
yeah.
got so hyper focused on painting
Ah.
that at like any time where I wasn't working, I was watching painting, doing painting.
Oh my
you know.
God.
Yeah.
Like-
And I'm kind of that way with comedy. It's like once the comedy bug bit, I was like, I got to get really good at this. And that's usually my drive,
Oh.
is you have to be good, you know, so.
So how did the comedy thing come about? Was it after you got married and then?
Yeah, I mean, I've only been doing comedy for 7 years.
Ah.
So I
That's
started when I was, 45,
Mm.
52. So, yeah, it came very late. I was always a big fan of comedy. I grew up in the 90s comedy boom.
What do you like?
From then or now?
Then.
Who do I like from them? I'm drawing a blank on his name. He's Seinfeld's buddy.
Really?
It'll come to me.
It's a black guy?
Yeah,
Oh, I know
Do
what
you know
you're
what
talking
I'm
about.
talking
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
He's black.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's great. From that earlier. I mean, obviously, you know, Eddie Murphy,
Nice.
George Carlin,
Yeah.
Chris Rock,
Nice.
Mario Joyner.
I don't know.
What's his name?
How about now?
I mean, I'm all over the place. I mean, I love comedy, period.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'm gonna look him up real quick, just because it's bugging me. Yeah. So, I like Bill Burr. Is great.
Mm.
Chapelle, of course, is the GOAT. Because no one does comedy with social commentary as well as he does.
Yeah.
Whether you like his commentary or not, he doesn't really. You know what I mean? Like, people might not like him,
Yeah.
but his skill level and what he does is very, you know, is as good as it gets. Shane Gillis, I like, who's
Yeah.
huge now. Yeah.
Is he from Philly?
He's from Pennsylvania.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he's actually from where my good friend
Oh, shit.
Greg is from, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
It's right near Harrisburg.
What were you like as a kid?
Yeah.
You mentioned like growing up a little bit poorer.
Yeah, I was a nerdy public school kid.
Really?
Yeah, and my house was a block and a half away from my school.
Oh, shit.
So my brother and I used to walk to school every day. And it was a good neighborhood, you know, all kids my age and stuff, all my friends and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, as a young kid, I was very nerdy, very school-oriented.
Ah.
And then I hit high school, and I went to an academic high school in North Philly, so I had to take the subway from Southwest Philly to North Philly every day by myself as a 13-year-old. And then at somewhere in that point frame of time, I was like, okay, I don't want to be this artsy kind of kid anymore, nerdy kid. So I started lifting weights.
Oh, shit.
And then that kind of just changed.
Did it look a lot different before you started lifting weights?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was a chunky, chubby
really?
kid growing up from my, preteens all the way through my, high school years. And then started lifting weights my freshman year.
Did you play sports?
I wrestled my freshman year, and I was so bad at it that I started lifting weights that summer to get stronger.
Dang.
And liked that so much that I was like, oh, I don't need to go back to wrestling.
Yeah.
I can just do this thing.
Yeah. I was pretty bad too.
Because it's so self-starting, the weightlifting. Like, you have to do it. A coach can't tell you to, you know what I mean? And I didn't love the dynamics of coaches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you mean like you like doing it because you were by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Doing it myself. I do most of like comedy, art, like all the stuff that I do is like solo. Yeah. Just me. I'm responsible for the failure. I'm responsible for the success. Maybe it says I have trust issues.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Are you antisocial in general?
No. Yeah, I love people. I think I'm just very particular, and it has to be the way I'm thinking it.
Interesting.
So it's easier to do things that are my own thing that don't require. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of people who like do their own business, I think, are like that.
Probably, yeah. Like, I could probably be the boss.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I had a hard time working for people. Not in the sense that I'm, adverse to authority in any way. It's just like when I worked at the fitness company, there was a lot of things that they did that I didn't think were beneficial, but they were just rules that the company followed. This is how you do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you let me do this, I can sell 5 times the amount of equipment.
Oh, shit.
No. We just do it this way. I'm like, okay. It's policy. So it's like, for me, that was difficult because I could see how things could be better.
Yeah.
And some people, are just in a managerial position. And they're just like, nope, this is how we do it because I say so. Okay.
I have a lot of questions. What did your parents do?
My father, growing up, worked for my grandfather. We owned a scrap metal junkyard in Philadelphia.
I think you might have talked about.
Yeah, like my friends used to joke that I was Lamont from Sanford and Son. Do you know this show, Sanford and Son? So it was Red Fox and his son. Yeah, they owned a junkyard.
Yeah.
So it was the dad and the son. So the Lamont was the son's name. So my one buddy used to call me Lamont because I was the junkyard guy's son. And my dad drove a big kind of junky truck, which they had in the show. So.
Do you make money?
You can, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, there's big money in metal.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, recycling metal.
Wow.
Like, my grandfather's company business had, like, dealings with China and stuff, selling, big vats of aluminum and, because it's used in, production of goods. So, yeah.
Is your brother still involved with that?
No, I don't think I think he does something else. I don't really know. I haven't talked to him in many years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're not close?
No. Never were.
Oh.
And then it just kind of hit a breaking point, and I was just like, okay.
Do you have any family left in the East Coast?
Oh, yeah. My mother's still there. My brother's there. I have cousins and aunts and uncles and all that. Yeah.
How about on the holiday?
Sometimes we go back east. My wife's from New Jersey.
Oh, right.
So sometimes we go back east and visit everybody. Sometimes we'll have people come out here.
Nice.
Yeah, which is great. If they want to get away and do something different, yeah. Like next year, we'll probably do a trip, a week in New Jersey over the summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it New Brunswick?
It's near New Brunswick. I mean, my wife's from near New Brunswick. We'll go vacation in Long Beach Island. which is a little island off the coast.
Man,
of
that sounds nice.
It's great. It's beautiful. Yeah,
Huh.
it's nicknamed now the Little Hamptons
Dang.
because it's funny. My grandfather built a house there. There were almost
What?
no houses on the island, and now it's like $5 million properties, $10 million properties.
Is that where you're hanging out? Your grandfather?
Yeah, So he built a house himself.
Oh my god.
On this island for a vacation home, and we went down there my whole childhood.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like the whole entire family would go down.
Oh.
Aunts, uncles, cousins. There was like 15 beds, upstairs, downstairs, and then a bunkhouse outside.
Is it the Jersey Shore?
Technically, yeah, but it's not the Jersey Shore like the TV show's version of it.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah,
show.
this is a little quaint, quiet
Oh.
beach town, whereas the Jersey Shore is like a rowdy party kind of place. Yeah.
My mom used to love going down to Long Beach, I think. My mom used to own a house in Danville,
Okay.
so I used to go there after college, like between the semesters.
Where'd you grow up?
Grew up in Connecticut, but
Okay.
then my mom moved to Jersey right after I graduated high school. Do you get along with Joe Menente because of the Italian thing?
I mean, I get along with Joe Menente, period. I think the Italian thing helps.
Oh, it does?
There is a camaraderie amongst Italians.
Is there really? Are you kidding?
Sure.
Oh, really?
It's like most groups.
Oh, there's not a lot of Italians, I guess.
Not in California.
Yeah.
Not in LA.
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard.
Not a big...
Joe was bragging that he's the only Menente or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably the only... What is it? Piacentino?
Yeah, Piacentino. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And your girlfriend, your wife?
Yep.
Scientist, right?
Yeah. She's
What
a
kind of
research scientist. She does clinical research studies for a biotech company.
Oh, shit. Man.
Yep.
How long have you been together?
We've been together 28 years.
Oh, my God.
We've been
That's
married
unheard of.
20 years. And July 3rd is our anniversary. And we're
Okay, congratulations.
going back to where we honeymooned and taking my son.
What? You have a son?
Yeah. The
You never
9-year-old.
told us?
I have a whole bit about my son. You've just
What?
never heard this bit. I do quite a few bits about my son, actually.
Really? Does he go to school in LA?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
school does he go to?
He goes to school in like Mar Vista area.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's he like?
He's a comic.
What?
Last year he did stand-up comedy camp
What?
and he crushed it. They had him close the show.
Oh, my God.
And I kid you not,
What?
this kid was so confident that it was like unnerving. Like I couldn't believe
Holy shit.
how smooth
I
he
gotta
was.
see it.
And he crushed. I'll show
Yeah.
you the clip.
We can
It's
overlay.
great. Yeah.
What's it? Does he go by your actual
He goes
name?
by Michael. Yeah. So I go by Mike. He goes by Michael. He's a junior, so we share the same name.
Junior in high school.
No, Michael Junior.
Oh, junior, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But he's like legit. He's already like shows signs and personality traits of comics.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like we put him in theater, and for like a semester they were doing it at school.
Yeah.
And then they did the performance at the end.
Yeah.
And he did well. Like he was
Yeah.
great. He knew his lines. He performed them well. But then he literally gets off stage and he looks at me with a face and he goes, "Tell me I don't have to ever do that again." I was like, "Why, buddy? You didn't like it?" He goes, "I just want to tell jokes. I just want to tell jokes."
What?
I
What
don't
kind of a
wanna-
9-year-old is this?
Yeah.
Was the stand-up program at the school or?
No, it's at the Crow down in Santa Monica. You know the comedy
What?
club, the
Yeah.
club, the Crow. Yeah, he's going back this year.
Who's the teacher?
Mickey is his name.
I don't know. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. It's a great program. I think it's from age 8 to 12 or maybe 15 or something like that.
Do you like the Crow?
I've only been to my son's show at the Crow. I've never been. Have you been?
Yeah. I don't think they like me very much. They rejected me from all their
Oh, really?
festivals and stuff.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. And they banned me from the open mic because I was saying weird things, you know. Well. like your watch, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it must be like father, like son, Mike.
Well, yeah, I mean, he definitely gets some of my traits and some of my wife's traits. So yeah.
Must be a funny family, all three of it together.
Yeah, we're always having fun, joking around, laughing. Yeah. Like the stuff we watch together is like, fail videos and stuff that's funny, Yeah.
So he's like a generation alpha.
Yeah,
like
right? I think that's right. Yeah.
What do you think about kids nowadays with all the...
I'm kind of torn because I see in one respect it's so different than how I grew up and the attention span is much shorter.
Yeah.
But I also think it's where civilization is going. Like a good example is like when I was a kid, my parents were like, "Oh, you watch too much TV.
Mm.
It's going to ruin your life. You're going to be a do-nothing loser, whatever." And it didn't. Do I still watch TV? Yeah, but I'm not occupied by it all the time, And if anything, the phone occupies my attention more than the television does. So I think it's a learning curve for everybody, that it'll be okay, because things are moving in a different direction in technology, wise, and robotics and all these sort of things. So who knows? We may not have many traditional jobs eventually, because robots and AI will do so much of it. So then it's like, then what do we do?
Is your son already on like social media?
No, not at all. Yeah. We let him watch a little YouTube, but
does he have a
it's
phone?
all like kids. No. He has an iPad, but
nice.
Yeah. But no phone. Too young for that.
I was gonna ask you about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Apparently,
Okay.
Zach Mendes runs into him all the time at the Gold Show.
Yeah.
Santa Monica.
Yeah, he's there all the time.
What do you see him?
I've seen him.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Seen him a few times.
Just hanging around?
We're just working out. Yeah. Just goes to that gym and works out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy how close we are to like some of the celebrities I only read about in books. I'm sure you're like used to it by now because you've been here like 20 something years.
Yeah. And LA is weird. Like you'll run into people and you'll meet people and you're just like, oh wow, that's weird.
You're not star.
I'm respectful, so even if it's someone that I'm interested in talking to, I leave them alone because they're not, they're not agreeing to have a conversation with a random stranger. So it's like I don't want to make them have a bad day or feel bad or me look bad. You know what I mean?
Would you like to name
any celebrities that I've met? I'll name one. I was at a buddy's kid's birthday party, and we're just hanging out, and I look over, and Jordan Peele's there.
What, really?
From Key and Peele. My friend is friends with him,
God.
And he brought his kid there
Dang.
to the party, and he's just walking around, following his kid like a dad does.
That's crazy.
And we walk past each other. He goes, "Hey, what's up, man?" I go, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Whoa.
And that was it. Like, I didn't need more than that,
That's crazy.
Yeah, and just like a regular dude, just with his kid at a kid's birthday party.
Is this in your neighborhood?
No, it's out here somewhere.
What?
Yeah, the party was probably
that's
not
crazy.
far from here, Burbank.
Oh. Mike, Dan Green was talking about you. Are you guys friends?
Yeah, Dan Green's my boy.
Nice.
Yeah. What did he say about me?
I don't know.
I'll have to watch that episode. I may retract that statement. No, Dan's great.
He just mentioned that you guys are friends, and I made a good decision by interviewing you or something.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's a good, solid dude,
I think you might have started earlier than him, though. Maybe he came after you got started.
That's a good question. I don't know. I remembered him for a long time in the mic scene and all that, the comedy scene of LA. So we have probably a very similar starting date, if
really?
not, yeah.
Chris Kidder too?
Chris, I don't know. I only I've met him a few times through Dan, but yeah.
Who did you start with?
CM Gorham. We started
really?
around the same time.
Oh.
Yep. Trying to think, who else was...
Joe?
Joe, yeah. Because I probably started going to the Fourth Wall a couple years after it had opened. Yeah.
Where were you going before?
Nowhere. It was the first place I ever did comedy.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
You're a true fourth wall comic.
I'm 100% true. Yeah. My first time on stage was at the Fourth Wall, NoHo.
You should be in the Hall of Fame over there.
Yeah, right?
Steve Lage? No. Is it recent?
How long has he been doing comedy? I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh.
But his thing is, like, he's been a performer his whole life. He's been in heavy metal bands and stuff, so
yeah,
he's been...
Christine? Abby? Did you start together?
No, Abby's been doing comedy a long time. Yeah.
What do you think about the Los Angeles comedy scene?
I think it's great.
You think it's great? Okay,
Yeah.
no.
I think it's like anything in LA. There's great things about it. There's not great things about it.
You're right.
But if you focus on what's not great, you're going to get so frustrated and angry that you're not going to be able to do the thing. So find the good, do the things that you like to do, go to the places you like to go to, and figure it out, you know? Because any of the things that, that... I mean, there's not a whole lot that I don't like, to be honest with you.
Wow.
But it's like when I do, if there's something that I don't like, I reflect and I go, why?
Yeah.
Why don't I like that? Why does that bother me or bug me?
Yeah.
You know?
I just don't like the table mic.
None of them?
Well,
You don't like any?
I like a lot of them.
Should I leave?
No. It's just there's a lot of shitty people.
Yeah, but it's also like you don't have to interact with those people.
That's true.
I mean, that's my choice. Yeah. My thing is, like, if I can tell you're not my kind of person, I just don't engage much.
Oh, nice.
And then they just kind of go, oh, that guy doesn't really talk much. Yeah. And we don't create a rapport. So what's good, I can see them and be like, hey, what's up, man? And leave it at that.
Maybe
and just keep moving, keep rolling.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, after a while, I mean, how old are you?
36.
Yeah. I'm too old to be bothered by how other people behave. You know? You do you, I'll do me.
Yeah.
We can also agree not to like each other. I don't need to be involved in, letting other people know I don't like you, or, and if you're involved in letting other people know that you don't like me, more power to you. If I were you, I wouldn't like me either, is my general. Like when people don't like me, I look at them and I go, yeah, I get why you don't like me.
What? Why do you say that?
Because usually it's people that are very different than me. They go, oh, you're that thing. You're that weightlifting bro type. You know what I mean? They just excuse your existence off to some stereotype.
Really?
Yeah, it's common.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
But you're not like the stereotype.
Well, that's just it. It's like, well, then you didn't give it a chance to even figure out that I'm a normal person.
Interesting.
And then, because I had the flip side happen where I'm talking to someone, at a show that I don't normally talk to, and, end up talking to them all night. And they're just like, wow, it was really great talking to you. They're almost like surprised. And it's like, you didn't think I'd be normal, But if someone's going to have a preconceived notion and not consider getting any true information, more power to you. Ignorance is bliss,
Yeah, I think I was suffering from like wanting to be friends with everyone and then being disappointed because they didn't want to. Yeah, it's pretty petty.
No, it's not petty. I mean, if I can venture to say, you're a sensitive guy, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
You're just very in touch with your emotions. So when you feel something, you kind of like, why is it this way? Why are they this? You know. But that's LA also.
Oh, really?
It's a very standoffish.
Is it?
I think so.
Compared to Philly?
Oh, yeah. Really? Philly's like almost polar opposite.
Oh, nice.
That was the hardest thing for me coming to LA. Because in Philly, the kind of general mood is if you meet someone and they're cool, they usually become your friend or you hang or you go get a beer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And you just have people that you hang with. And you may not even know them that well, but you hang with them all the time. And do fun things and whatever, go out, go to games, go to, sporting events, whatever. Whereas here it's like, you get a lot of, wait, who are you? Should I be friends with you?
I see.
Where there, it's like, I have a buddy from there who was telling me this funny story. He hung out with this one guy. They watched Eagles games together for like 2 years. And he found out 2 years into knowing this guy, he was a lawyer. He's like, I had no idea he was a lawyer. Like, I didn't know what he did, because it just never was important to the friendship, really, Yeah, it's a.
Donovan McNabb. Sorry, Mike.
Oh yeah,
Callback.
McNabb. Yes.
What do you think is wrong with the people in LA? Because
Oh God.
I mean, I didn't always find New York people friendly either. But like, I mean, I feel like there's a big cultural shock that I have here. I guess. But trying to make friends here is very hard.
Very hard. Yeah. I think that's the most difficult thing, and that's what I tell people when they want to come here.
Oh shit.
I said, the social thing is difficult unless you're already like embedded in a group, so to speak. Meaning, I don't even know what group I would give the example of.
Famous singer was already. Like,
yeah, if you're already like hooked into like a network professionally that can lead to friendships, you can move here and be like, well, I'm new here, and people are like, oh, cool, you know. But if you're not, like meeting people right out of the gate is tough.
Is it because they look down on other people?
Some do, I'm sure, yeah. I think some people are scared. Some people are also super focused, you know, on their career, whatever that is, you know, acting, comedy, so they're kind of like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And if you don't contribute to that goal,
I see.
then why would I waste time when I could be doing something?
I see.
I could be schmoozing someone that's going to get me ahead.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like one of those things where you want to be friends to climb the ladder? Like you don't want to waste.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think that's.
I never thought about friendships in that way.
No. No, neither do I. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense if you're like really cutthroat.
I mean, I've had friends that could do things for me, and I would never ask them to do it. You know, because we're friends. I wouldn't want to jeopardize the relationship over, hey, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? You know.
Well, you've been here like forever. I feel like you're.
Yeah.
Do you miss the East Coast?
24 years. I did, yeah, for a lot of years. But now I'm so used to here and my rhythm of life here and my family here that I miss it less. But when I go back, I'm always happy to be back.
Nice.
Like I went back in last year, almost a year ago, September, and did a show at the Punchline Philly.
Oh, shit.
So I had a lot of friends and family there, and it was a great crowd, and that was unreal.
I think I've heard of Punchline. It's pretty
Yeah. They're a chain. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Do you perform there regularly?
No, just that one time. I did it through a promoter here in LA.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Jason Rogers put me on a show there.
What? The Korean? What?
Yeah, the guy used to run the Comedy Boulevard.
Yeah, I didn't know you were friends.
Yeah, I mean, I know him.
Oh, shit. Nice. He unfollowed me for some reason.
What did you do?
I said a weird thing.
Have you talked about that on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody really listens to my podcast, so it's not a problem.
Okay. Because I have questions.
Really?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
What do you think that whole period was for you?
It was awesome. I'm still proud of myself for saying the things that I said, and everybody took it the wrong way. I'm a weird person because I have a big cultural difference. Because I came to America when I was a teenager. I think I still have a lot of different things that people don't understand that I'm trying to be funny. But I can understand why I'm in trouble right now. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Where did you come here from?
Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm not sure if
That was the concern for a while, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. The Crickets Comedy Club that we just saw.
Yeah. I just moved out. So that's
sorry
over.
to hear that.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Why'd you move out?
Nice. It was cool, but it's hard to get people to that location.
Yeah.
The parking is horrible. And I was holding on to the space because I'd been there like 14 years.
Oh, shit.
It started out as an art space for me to produce art and for me to produce a clothing line that I was doing. Yeah. And then...
Man, you do a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm all over. I'm all over the place.
That's awesome.
So yeah, my brain just kind of works that way. So at one point in my life, I was like, I need just to let this do what it does and stop trying to control it. And then I would do a bunch of cool art shows and live music performances. And then eventually COVID happened. COVID shut down the kind of clothing production because, you know, they basically were saying, don't work. You can't be at work. And they were claiming they were going to monitor electric use and fine people and all this sort of stuff. So I stopped doing that. And then after the dust had settled, it was like I had lost a year and a half of promotion and stuff. And it was just, it wasn't as productive initially as I wanted it to be anyway. So I was like, I think it's just time to call it quits on this. So then I kept the space and I started doing like writers groups there and comedy shows. But I was using it so little for the amount of money I was paying monthly in rent that I was just like, I could rent a small comedy room in town for less and do a monthly show for less than what I'm paying in rent. So financially, it was just a dumb move to keep it. So I just let it go. And plus, the guy I shared the space with, my buddy Gino Chapman, we were doing cool stuff there, and then his work schedule changed. He's a high-level hairstylist. So we both weren't using it and splitting the rent. And then one day we just had a conversation. I was like, I think it's time to go. So we literally just moved out Saturday was my last day there.
Was it kind of nostalgic?
It's a little bittersweet, a little sad that, sad, but also I felt grateful to have done the things there that I did and had the fun times that I had there. Worked with the people that I worked with were fantastic. Sad that it was over. Sad that, things didn't become more than what they were. But also a sense of relief that I don't have this financial burden monthly hanging over my head, paying commercial rent, so it's like, it's a mixed bag of feelings for that one.
Will you do something like that again? Where you rent the space and...
I would do it on a nightly basis moving forward. Unless I were to develop a show that, got so much traction locally that it would, require me to rent my own space monthly. But I think there's enough venues and spaces in Los Angeles that you can find a place to do a show anywhere.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like there's so many places that you've done shows, I've done shows, and they're either bars, breweries, art spaces,
indie
theaters that are just empty for the given night, and you can just rent them. Yeah.
Is that like a popular thing to do, Mike? Because I feel like maybe I wish I could have gotten started with it since the beginning, but like I feel like producing like your own thing, your own flavor of a show, and that kind of blows up. And that kind of makes you like famous, I guess.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
It helps in a lot of ways. It helps, one, it gives you stage time.
Yeah.
And you can, if you're running the show, you can give yourself as much stage time as you want.
Right.
I never did that. I only did like at most like 15, 20.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want the show to be just about me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you've been on the show, I always book like good.
Yeah.
Everyone that's come to a show there has said how good, they couldn't believe how good the show was.
Yeah.
Like everybody was so good. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to book people that aren't good, But what were we saying? Yeah, that's a good way to kind of get some momentum going.
Yeah.
Then there's also the hope that you'll have people on your show, and then if they have a show, they'll return the favor, and so then you'll get more stage time because you're participating and giving people stage time.
Yeah.
So they'll reciprocate
you're probably right.
for that,
Yeah.
And it's also one of those things like you're saying, like you have a specific comic sensibility, so you would curate comics that you liked their style of comedy, so it would put on this very unique show because it's kind of your direction. And I felt like that's what I was doing. That's what most comics are doing. Like Dan Green puts on a great show. I've been to his shows. Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably support other people's shows too. Just sometimes it's $20 plus 2 drinks minimum, and I don't have the money right now.
Well, that's the tough thing, with when it's a 2-drink minimum requirement and a ticket price.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a tough thing.
And I guess filling the space, that becomes like your responsibility, right? Because I don't know how people even do that. Like either you have like a ton of friends, or you like I guess need like direct, like almost like cold calling. Like you
to fill the seats, to sell tickets. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest challenge, right? Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest challenge I had was getting the seats full.
Yeah.
You could get it for 1 or 2 shows through the friends and family network. And then after that, people are like, oh, well, I just went to a show last month.
Yeah.
They're not going to come to every show. So then you got to get outside of that market.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's where you just got to get more eyes on you.
Yeah.
Through social media, clips, jokes, videos. I mean, I was talking to Adam Fink recently, and that was what we talked about. Yeah. You just got to build your own audience.
Yeah.
Because even if you're opening for bigger names, you're not going to necessarily gain a ton of audience from a show.
Huh.
You might get it from their social media if they're putting you on their social media. Because people are already there.
Yeah.
But when people are at a show and you go, oh, this guy's cool, I want to follow him, they're not going to bust out their phone in the middle of the show usually and do it.
Yeah.
And then you can only hope that they remember your name or your IG handle to follow you after the fact.
Yeah.
So then you lost that opportunity. So it's like you got to kind of, and that seems to be the kind of pattern for most comics coming up.
Yeah.
Is you already have some audience because you're popular on whatever platforms you're on, hopefully all of them, and then you can start to fill some seats. And then once you can fill seats, I mean, that's all a venue cares about.
Yeah.
They don't care if you, I mean, I think they used to care if you were funny, but now it's like, can you sell drinks? Can you sell tickets?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would see like TikTokers and YouTubers and, do big shows at even the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And you go, how'd that happen? It's because they have an audience. And they're charging people $50 to $90 for a ticket.
Right.
Because they want to see their favorite YouTuber, And it's, a young audience, not a comedy audience necessarily. So it's like figuring out, and that's going to be my next big move forward, is how do I get more of an audience behind me?
Yeah.
And we talked about ChatGPT before we started. I asked ChatGPT exactly what to do, and it broke down a whole program. I'll send it to you. Yeah. And it's pretty good. It's really good. I'm like, because it breaks down the general plan, and then it says, it breaks down like ideas of what to do, and then it says, would you like me to create a plan for you? And I said, sure. And it just broke down like, post 3 to 5 videos a week.
Oh my God.
Engage this way. Do this, do that. You know? And it was shockingly accurate. Because I read it and I'm like, this all makes sense. This is all, in a way, like stuff I know I should be doing. Maybe not this specifically, but it was like asked to be on people's shows, go support other people's shows, podcasts, anywhere you can get seen or heard, and support and ask for support. Do that while building your socials.
Sometimes I think ChatGPT knows too much. I don't know where and how they could have possibly gotten that information. Sometimes it's a little bit too weird, I think.
Well, I mean,
I don't know how they could have figured it out.
From my understanding, doesn't it just comb the entire internet, so to speak,
of
all this data, then just compiles it?
It sounds a little bit too good to be true, I feel like.
Because you figure, I'm sure what I'm talking about, like how to promote yourself, has been talked about or written about. And then it just it just pieces it together, going, this group says this is how you promote your thing.
Yeah.
How do we apply that to comedy? And then that becomes the next thing, Yeah, it's pretty. I have a friend that takes medical advice from ChatGPT and then presents it to the doctor and goes, "What do you think of this?" And the doctor and his doctor's usually in agreement that.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wow. We have come to that level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AI is going to take over all the jobs.
Yeah. Mike, what's your goal with comedy?
Um,
It sounds like you can be a good father and son duo too.
yeah, I mean that's my main focus.
Nice.
But if I could initially make half of my living through comedy
Oh, shit.
and the other half through training, and then eventually all of my living through. If I can make what I make as a trainer doing comedy, that would be the first hurdle,
Oh, dang.
and then go from there.
Huh.
Because what I asked ChatGPT is Netflix special level millionaire comic. How do I get to that level? And
That's a good
and
prompt.
that's what the plan is. So yeah, I'll send it to you, and you'll read it and you go, this makes too much sense that it's like creepy.
We'll overlay it into the video.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you? Because Reed's been here forever too. Did you?
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
there around the same? We started around the same time.
I would guess so.
Yeah.
I would guess so, but I don't know when he started. I don't know. I'd almost probably say he's been doing it longer than I have.
Did you see people like blow up in LA? And you used to see them around?
Not really. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Huh.
I'm looking forward to that when someone who I know pretty well in
Yeah.
comedy starts. I mean, Adam Fink's probably
Yeah.
one of the bigger ones moving up the ladder pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's a great comic.
Did Adam start out relatively unknown when he first came?
Well, I mean, everybody does, right?
Huh.
And now he's getting some traction and getting some.
Yeah, I wonder how Adam doing that. I should have asked him a lot of questions.
Yeah. Did you have him on the podcast?
I asked him and he said no. I have beef.
Oh yeah. Did you have beef with him?
No, Adam's hot and cold with me. Fuck you, Adam. Well, thanks so much, Mike. If I could send you this video in 5 years, what would you say to yourself?
Oh wow.
It's a loaded question.
Yeah, it is. Things go as planned. I would say you did it.
Yeah.
Good for you. If they don't, then I probably won't be able to see the video.
Would you kill yourself?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Maybe I can ask you for fitness tips. I'm trying to bulk
Sure.
up like you.
I see. Are you doing ketosis? I saw your keto sticks in the bathroom.
Oh no! Don't. Why are you slipping around?
Well, I mean, they're right there on the counter. It's hard when I'm peeing. They're staring at me. It says keto.
I was trying to do keto for a while.
Yeah,
It's really, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Do you do keto?
I've done it. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. I did it back in the '90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
Like it
been
was the
doing this shit
Atkins
for.
side?
It was Atkins. I did it before Atkins was
shit.
popular. Yeah. There's like a whole bodybuilding protocol that you do
Yay!
that gets you into ketosis, and then you basically hyper consume carbohydrates and get out of ketosis,
Oh.
and then you work yourself back into keto. Like it's just a cyclical thing.
Oh, I feel like I should ask you more about that.
What do you want to know?
Oh, how do you bulk up like that?
You got to train heavy.
Yeah.
You got to eat a lot of protein and eat a lot of food.
You eat like 6 eggs a day?
6 eggs a day. I eat 6 eggs at a sitting,
What?
and then I eat.
I think you told me something like that.
Yeah, if I'm eating whole eggs, I'll eat 5 or 6. If I'm eating
Oh my God.
a mixture of whites and whole eggs, I'll do 4 whole eggs and 8 whites. Eat the whole dozen.
You don't like the yolks?
Well, the yolks are a higher fat content,
Mm.
so the whites are just proteins. You
Ah,
want to
right.
get some of the fat with some of the yolks, but you don't want to eat a dozen whole eggs because that's a little too much fat.
Is your fridge just like egg?
A lot of eggs, a lot of chicken, a lot of beef.
Nice.
Big fan of lamb. I had some lamb for lunch, which was delicious. Yeah. I'm gonna eat 5 to 6 times a day,
Oh shit.
and have since I was 14 years old.
What, really?
Yeah.
Is your entire family like that?
No.
It was just you?
Yeah.
They
I was
think
the
you
only
were
one.
weird
Yeah.
when you were...
Because I was eating so much that in high school, my mom sat me down and she goes, "I'm not cooking all this food all the
Oh.
time. You're gonna have to cook it yourself."
Huh.
So I just started cooking my own chicken and yeah. And then I would make my food and sit down and eat with the family. And my dad would get upset because I was eating
Yeah.
really good stuff.
Oh, really?
And he was having to eat what my mom made.
Mom was not a good cook.
She was a good cook.
Oh.
She was a better baker than she is a cook. Yeah. So
Well, you're kind of a peculiar person, Mike.
I'm very strange, yeah. I don't make sense. When people meet me and they kind of learn about me, they're like, "This is really weird."
What's your star sign?
Gemini.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gotta write that down.
So I'm two people. My wife says she loves both of me.
Oh, what is she?
She's a Capricorn. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mike. I feel like I always learn a lot from you. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you that when we did the Comedy Store, these nuts a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My friends liked you a lot more than me, so I think I told you that once. Thank you so much for being here, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
Yay! Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, that was great. And I can always answer your